He forgot his shoes. He was ready to go into the wildlife reserve barefoot, which apparently is not a good idea. That's a good picture. Making crabs.
These are Halloween crabs. They're orange and purple. And this is mating season. So the males dig a hole on the beach and they say, "Come on, ladies." They come out of the mountains, they mate, and they put their little eggs in these little sort of gelatin. It looks like ice cubes. And then right by the side of the ocean, and next thing you know, we have little babies that come out. Very cute. So there it is. This is some
Don't step on your hole.
No, I'm not.
Okay. No.
They're pretty good at redoing them for you.
I wonder if I'm ever going to shut this camera off during.
And you got your shoes very happy. Like the Scarlet Macaw you
I don't know my vegetation very well.
And this is the birthday girl.
Yes, we know. We heard. Happy birthday.
Okay. So, again, welcome to the Osa Wildlife Sanctuary.
Macaws. Here we have about 1,200 in the country. About 800 of them actually live on the Osa Peninsula. They're endangered. You cannot tell between a male, a female, or a young after 3 months.
I'm gonna go here. It's better for your picture.
Yeah, we're just going to move around to the greener side.
And you also don't get sun in your way.
So you can't really tell if it's a female or a male unless you either do autopsy, blood sample, feather sample, because they look identical.
But mating, you can tell when they mate.
No, not even.
Not even when they mate?
Well, unless you can see.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. You don't know. There's no external organ allowing you to tell it's a male or whatnot.
But they can tell the difference, right?
Yeah.
They actually
Cage for now.
They actually.
No, after we heard that
they're gonna
the
call
penguin story in Toronto Zoo. Have you heard that?
Yeah, the gay penguins. Basically, the male and the female will mate for life, so they pair for life.
One is called Buddy.
They're not monogamous, so they will share their DNA because they have to. They have to share their DNA to be able to survive. Now, what happens is when the female has her eggs, she may have 1, 2, 3. What she'll do is actually wait till either one hatches and she throws the other ones out, or she'll wait till 2 come out and she'll start feeding the strongest, because normally she keeps 1 baby. It has happened that you see 2, but mostly it's 1. And what's interesting is the male will take care of whatever baby his female is. It's not necessarily his baby, but he'll take care of that baby.
She's having.
Yes, and the other male will take care of the baby that his female is. So they pair for life. So when you see 3 of them, you're usually seeing a pair and a baby. The baby is full grown within 3 to 6 months.
That's quick.
So it's pretty quick. So when they get poached, because this is a lot of money for a lot of Costa
This is the #1 pet, I believe, in the exotic pet trade.
Yeah.
Don't they
So
smuggle
when
them
they,
out too? They're like a
absolutely.
trade.
There's the poaching. That's poaching. What happens is you don't know if you've taken a female, a male, a baby, and then next thing you know, these live for about 45 years in the wild. You don't know. You may have just ruined the.
For the moment being, I have to give you monkey lessons.
She'll ask you to scratch.
So this is Sweety, our free roaming spider monkey. Pictures are fine. She will come up to you to ask to be scratched. We ask that's all you do, just scratch her and that's fine. Never retain.
What a luxury.
Guys, I need you to listen. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude in any way, because if you don't listen, you may get bit, and we don't want that to happen. If you hold her in any way, that's restraint. So you need to just scratch. If she gets on you and you don't feel comfortable, she'll go on all the men mostly. She doesn't go on women. Goes on men. She'll climb up on your shoulder. If you're not comfortable, let me know. Do not try to get her off yourself.
Just so you know, the only thing that will hold a monkey is something that will eat it. So
yes, and if there's any couples here, don't hold on to one another. In her mind, if you're holding on to one another, you're going to eat the other person, and she's going to come over and try to protect you.
So if you see the bottom of her tail, this is a prehensile tail. Prehensile from the word apprehend. So basically she uses this tail to hold on. Her fingers are basically all at the same level. So if you look, and she only has 4. See here? She lets me scratch it. She only has 4, no thumbs, so she can brachiate. So basically go from one branch to the next without having a thumb in her way. Basically, these animals, this is a clitoris, by the way, not a penis. You know.
Okay.
Basically, this monkey here in the wild eats mostly fruits, mostly plant life, you know, whereas other monkeys might eat more like bugs, even small rodents, this kind of thing. And these are very, very intelligent monkeys. And we're going to see another species that's even considered highly intelligent. I don't know if that's even an expression. Sounds good as I'm talking about. But these guys roam in packs. They do sometimes end up separating during the day. If anybody wants to come and scratch it,
This scratcher. She'll follow us towards the tour, and at the end of the tour,
you can put your arm out sometimes, and she'll.
It is very common, but these guys aren't really. Just don't get too close to the cage. He's gonna poop. That's what he's doing right now. He's pooping to defend his territory. He has done projectile poop, so you don't.
That's not it.
No.
Pretty good, yeah.
So,
Can you get it on mine too?
these guys aren't liked by the farmers because they will go into a hen house, kill all the hens, if only to eat one of them. So they're considered pests, and they're killed once they're seen on sight. Boogie here was a pet. He was brought to us, and his hind legs were dragging by how calcium deficient he was. The vet told us to put him down, and we kind of... Carol didn't listen, and here he is today.
So basically, this Tyra you might see in the wild when we're at in karate. They're not aggressive to humans, but like you were saying, they basically do go after chickens and that kind of thing. So they are like the farmers want to get rid of them, so they want to kill them. But they're part of the environment. They're part of the whole ecosystem. They're quite lovely too if you look at them, but they're not house pets, huh?
No, they're carnivores. They're just omnivores. They eat meat, any sort of meat. They'll eat some fruits, not much vegetation. They're scavengers, I believe. We're in the process of building him a water slide because he is non-releasable. So we always try to enrich their cage if they are non-releasable to make sure that they're always stimulated. Just came to us about a week and a half ago.
So hold down your flash and put your finger in front of your flash.
A week and a half ago, and he was a pet. So he's very friendly, very habituated to humans. That's the only reason he's coming down. He's doing this sucking thing with his thumb. That's his self-soothing mechanism. So these are the honey bear, also known as the Kinkajou.
This is one of the biggest pollinizer in the rainforest. It goes around with its tongue and passes the pollen from plant to plant, flower to flower. Paris Hilton had some of these.
She had 2 of these, and they bit her on the face, and she needed plastic surgery.
Oh, poor Paris.
Well, she was going to get plastic surgery anyways.
There's 2 more in there.
That's probably why she bought them.
They're called the honey bear. The real name is the Kinkajou. This is what Winnie the Pooh is supposed to be.
No, Winnie's from Winnipeg. And
Yeah,
he's a bear.
Winnie's from Winnipeg.
We
yeah.
know, we're
It's
from
a real
Canada.
bear.
We know
Are
about
you?
Winnie.
Yeah.
I'm from Toronto.
Most of us are.
Oh, okay. Oh, because usually it's all Americans.
All Canadians
Winnie the
here.
Pooh was a brown bear that was taken over to England.
Yeah.
But the name honey bear is what these guys are. This is a honey bear who.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they have a really long tongue. He may show you. Why don't you yawn? Oh, there's his tongue. That tongue is used for pollination. He goes around and pollinates plants and flowers. He has a prehensile tail like the monkey. He is very friendly. Usually they aren't like this, but he was a pet, so he is very friendly.
And that's the thing, that the fur is so soft, so people want them as pets, but then they don't realize when they get to sexually
This is what they've done to him. He's self-soothing himself because he doesn't have a bottle. He had a bottle.
Sucking his thumb.
Oh my God.
That's a
See, this is why
self-soothing.
you want these as pets, but please do not have cursor. So it wants to pass seeds. That's what it does. It eats seeds, passes through its tract, and then defecates it. And by nothing really in the rainforest wants to eat something that's been defecated. So that way the seed is protected, and boom, it can propagate. The way they work basically is when they mate. It's quite an aggressive situation. I'll let them explain. But basically, it's not a beautiful sight. But the bird wants the strongest bird basically. So it's like lets itself be dominated. They mate. And they have the babies. These males can actually eat the babies. They're very aggressive. They have serrated beaks. If you were to hold the beak, it's like a feather. It's so light. But it can cut right through and cut through a snake. It can cut through a nest and just grab, and eat, gulp it down. It has 2 holes right at the top of its beak right here. So when it rains, it needs to lift its beak up in the air so it doesn't basically drown. Keeps it up there. If you look around the eye, you have the green skin. That's actually the color of the skin. Quite beautiful. And you'll hear the sound of it. You heard it earlier. It's like this very high-pitched sound. So in the rainforest, you're going to hear these guys a lot. They're usually at the 3rd level of the canopy. There's 3 levels to the canopy. We'll talk about that on other tours. But basically, they're in the highest, driest part, and they're hunters, and they're seed dispersers. Whereas seed predators, for example, the Scarlet Macaw, they'll eat the
I can
seeds
squeeze
and
past
they
you.
won't be helping at all with the dissemination of the seeds. But this guy will, and for example, the Kinkajou as well, with the pollinate, he's a huge pollinator. Okay, and actually the spider monkey also will eat seeds, and when it defecates, it actually helps to progress the seeds. So basically, without animals in the rainforest, there's no rainforest. Eventually, the rainforest dies here. There's no growing season. It grows all the time. Right, in North America, it stops. That's why we have rings on the trees. You can tell how old the tree is here. No, it's continuously growing. So basically, what happens is, if you don't have any of these animals, after 150 years, your rainforest is not rejuvenating itself.
And we have the white-lipped peccary. The white-lipped peccary is a very important role in the ecosystem because it's the main food source of the puma. Also, these guys are very important because there's only one type of frog, the rain frog, that will lay its eggs in their wallows of their feces. So they're needed from both ends. They're fairly important. If you look at this guy, he has a very flexible nose. At the tip of the nose, he has a hard piece of cartilage, which he can use to dig. As you notice, there are holes. They nest in the ground, and they do that by digging with their nose. I don't want it in your water.
Are you done, or do you?
I don't put my hand up to the cake because these guys are aggressive, and their canines are about this big on the top and bottom.
And they would actually, if they bit you, you would get right away gangrene a few times. So when we go in the rainforest, actually when we go to, here you go. When we go to Costa National Park, if for any reason you hear clacking of teeth, the clacking, you must get up
About
over
2
its
feet.
head, because it can't turn its head basically, but it can turn its head, it can't go up or down. It can go on its hind legs a little bit, so be careful. You just want to be above it.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking any of the tall guys, just stand on them, you'll be fine.
Apparently, the clacking of the teeth we just found out is actually their own sharpening mechanism. It's their own teeth going, they sharpen each other when they open and close their mouth, so we believe that's the clacking.
That makes sense.
Is that the
for
sharpening?
example, goes on the wood, it will grind its
It's
teeth,
like
but
rodents. Rodents have their teeth in a certain way that they have a self-sharpening mechanism.
It's also a way for them to say, hey, this is our, like,
your
get
dinner.
out, yeah, your dinner, exactly.
These guys are hunted for meat in Costa Rica. If you're a local, you could go anywhere and ask for Peccary, and they will have it on the menu. It is, they will have it, but it's not on the menu. It is illegal to hunt wildlife in Costa Rica. But these guys are also killed for their fur. Their fur is used as bristle brushes. I don't want to stick my hand in there because it's so gooey.
So sloth over here, so sloth is actually quite interesting. It's the one animal that we have the most by, sort of square feet in the rainforest. They're everywhere. They're at the top of the canopy, the highest in the canopy.
These guys are no flash, I'm sorry.
Yeah, again, no flash. Very true. Thank you.
Oh,
They're at the highest part of the canopy because they're actually cold-blooded. They need the sun to warm up their blood. In some parts of Costa Rica where it gets very cold, they can actually slow down their heartbeats to 3 times a minute.
Yeah,
is it? 3 beats a minute.
They're regular.
Still be alive?
Pretty much like a coma state.
Yeah.
These guys, basically, when they're born, they follow their mother. They do about a round of 25 trees. The mother will show them what to eat. These are leaves composed of like arsenic, things that no other animal would eat. But because they eat a concoction of them, it neutralizes itself in their acids in their stomachs, and because their digestion is so slow. I will say that's probably why they're so stoned half the time. Just basically on drugs. But there's 2-toed sloths and 3-toed sloths. Now the two-tailed saw-toothed are not even from the same family. They originate from different species. In fact, they talk about millions of years ago, they actually were a very large land animal that would run, and eventually with time,
You want to stand here?
into the
I'm pretty much done shooting.
defense mechanism.
Placental mammal. So these guys have, the first placental mammal had 2 aortas. These guys have 2 aortas. They also have 2 additional spurs in the bottom of their spine, which allows them to stand up. These guys are in the family with the armadillos, the anteaters, and the anteater also has these 2 spines. And what's interesting is the anteater can stand up on its 2 hind feet and show its claws. Dogs are the main predator of anteaters, so when dogs see this, they will go and attack the anteater. But little do they know is that the anteater on their stomach has
So they're her fewer termites. But
these guys, all animals are no flash.
Yeah, hold on.
yeah, these are babies. So
Oh my goodness.
you need to hold it down as well, just to humor us.
Sarah,
Yeah.
Sarah, just come stand here because you're back
Oh, that's
to
true.
the water.
And then you guys
We'll
can
get
all
you
have the
better
backs to the water, and then we won't be backlit. Yeah. And if it makes you feel any better that you guys don't get to hold him, he is very sharp.
That is an anteater?
He's an anteater. Tamandua, they call him here. Yeah. You can see, actually, if I just let him climb on me, you might be able to see his tongue. Okay, turn around. Remember, my eyebrows are the other way. Yeah. And he has a prehensile tail. I don't know if you were told that. Hi, there you get to see his tongue because he likes to lick my eyes with his sticky saliva. See how tiny? And it's very, very sticky, obviously, so he can just, and he has almost no, no mouth the way that we do. It's just a little opening.
What kind is he again?
I made one of those in the tent.
He's probably like salt and he's
remember.
licking the salt.
Yeah, it's the salt. That's why the eyebrows are a favorite, because I sweat.
Oh yeah.
But he also tries to eat my hair, and the porcupine too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
There goes the hair. You don't have ants in your head, do you?
I won't soon.
I like to study monkeys. I like to go back. Anyone here from Calgary?
No, but I've been to the Calgary Stampede.
Oh, I want to
Save a horse riding cattle.
Yeah, no, there's that song.
Yeah, so sometimes there's a swing here right there. And people come in, but when people come in like,
But I broke that swing by accident.
oh, is it you?
There were a lot of pastries. Please cover your glass.
What are you eating, mister?
He's like, I found some good sticks.
They're not born with them. As they get older, they grow and they're yellow for like, it's like a warning sign. There he is. Oh, look at him. So
Like, I found this really yummy stick.
oh, I have peanuts.
Thank God.
Walk my bag. I should not be sitting down.
That's a yes, but I think you like
Or I have an almond.
Oh, you have almonds. You want to wish. Come on. Here you go. Here you go. Mr. Cuddles. His name is Mr. Cuddles.
You can just it's a fuzz. It will go away when.
All the way to the resort? Where you
Mr. Baker.
I love his nose. Yeah. Like big.
we were there yesterday. We got in yesterday. We're doing all of our touring today and everything. I kind of want to hang around.
Come on over here,
Up there and take some of their.
Yes, I know. I need to shave my legs.